Hi, my name is Roy from Norse Effects. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for some technical analysis. I got a few things on my watch list this week. Still Brent, of course. I got the dollar and I got some on the GBP as well, some follow-up on the last week's analysis. So we will start with UK oil, so that is the Brent oil on TradingView. Last week, my plan was to wait for a rejection above the previous yearly high. Right now, price is just consolidating above this previous resistance, now turned support. So right now, what I need before I actually enter this trade is a break below this blue line here. 73.10 break close below there, and that will make me execute the trade itself. I have been waiting for this a long time now, so I'm a bit, well, I really want this trade, so I'm getting a bit impatient, but right now I don't find any reason to just go full force and execute the short on this one, since I don't have any confirmation that we have a trend change in the market. So right now this is a waiting game, and it's not worth the risk right now. So let's head on with the next one on the list. This is the dollar index. Let me just remove some clutter from this chart. So I've been covering the dollar for quite some time. I can show you where this trend line has its base from. So we have a very long-term trend line forming here, and we have a bounce and we have a sideways movement for the last few weeks in the dollar. And right now, what I'm waiting for is I'm looking to see what kind of reaction we get when price touched the 1993 level on the dollar. If we get a rejection, I will execute short trades across the dollar pairs. So primarily the Euro USD, because that is in a range at the moment, and it has been for the last 4 months. So I think there's a good chance of it staying in consolidation for some time to come. And GBPUSD, last week I shared a setup on Twitter and on TradingView. I was waiting for GBP JPY to actually produce a trade for me, but price never came into the level that I was anticipating. So I was waiting for price to touch the 154.03 level. My alert never went off, so that did not materialize in a trade, but it materialized in a trade in both the GBP USD and the Euro GBP. So very nice week after all. So I shared the setup on Twitter, so make sure that you follow me on Twitter and on TradingView, just in case I shared there as well. Same goes for the Facebook group. It was shared across basically all channels except YouTube, since I only do a weekly upload per week. So right now we are coming into the first target area. So now I'm waiting to see if we just break and close below here. If that happens, I am very interested in some sort of retest and a new short setup just to add to this position. Let's head over to Euro USD. So this pair has been, some call it boring, since range bound trading is not that exciting. I get that, but when a trade, especially when I have both a trend trading system and I have a range trading system and reversal system. So the reversal and range bound system is basically using the same mechanics behind it. So right now I got alerts set for this and the next support on the Euro USD. So if I get rejection there, that will trigger a long trade for me. So right now I'm just waiting, and the beauty with the setups like this is you don't ever need to rush anything, because this is a 4-hour chart, and last time we had a setup like this, we had almost a day worth of price action, and so a lot of time to plan and actually execute the trade itself. Same goes for this one, the last short trade on euro. So that is what I'm waiting for in terms of euro USD trades. Last one up is the dollar yen. So this one has actually broken out of the range that it has been in. And I'm actually right now getting extremely bullish on the dollar yen. So right now I have activated the EA. So the only thing that the EA does is when I think there's a trend in the market, no matter big or small, I just activate the EA. And the only thing he does is when price touches the EMA 50, he executes the trade in the direction of the underlying trend. He places my stop loss, and then he terminates himself. So he will not take any additional trades. And that is what I have set my EA to do right now. So basically, I'm waiting for retracement back to the EMA 50. And yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens from there. So that is basically my entire week's trading plan, at least for the time being. So I will just see, I'll check my charts every day. So end of day analysis to see if anything have changed or if it's anything else that I need to be aware of in the market. But right now, I'm really bullish on the dollar, so that's why I'm looking to buy the dollar yen. But if I get the failure from the dollar index, that will trigger a trade on a euro USD. And as always, managing my risk and preserving my capital is the number one rule that I have, because I have been trading for 4 years now. And the only reason I have been able to trade for 4 years is sound risk management. So if you could take away just one thing from any of my videos, is that preservation of capital should be your number one rule. You can ignore systems, because the road to success is not all about the system. It's basically managing your own risk. And that is the key thing when it comes to trading, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I really don't have anything more than that, because right now the markets are rather sleepy. So I set a lot of alerts on a lot of pairs. And when the alert actually triggers, that is when I go to work and see if a trade triggers. So I really like to work that way, because I filter out a lot of bad, or some, not bad trades, but the less ideal setups. They get washed away, and I can focus on what makes me the most money. So I wish you the best of luck when it comes to trading, and I will see you next week, and goodbye.